Hey everyone, this is diaperperv and welcome to the road to Capcon. So what is Capcon? Capcon stands for Chicago Age Players, and it is the biggest ABDL Age Play DL convention in North America. The last one, which happened in 2020, was about, I think, 1,300 attendees, give or take. I don't know if that includes all the staffing and volunteers, but if you want to hear my complete recap of Capcon 2020, please click the video and watch that, because I go through it from like the time I get there until the time I leave. So why am I making a video just on Capcon? It is because it's the convention that takes the most amount of planning and pre-planning to get the things that you want, meaning a hotel at the host convention and even tickets, because the tickets do sell out a lot quicker than the other conventions. And I see a lot of people complaining about this stuff on social media and FetLife all the time. Like, oh, I wanted to go and I finally decided that I'm gonna go and the tickets are sold out. Yeah, you're saying this literally a month before it's starting. Yes, you need to plan ahead. So we are going to go through how to prepare step by step. So step one, find out when the dates are. There are no dates yet announced for the next Capcon, so we don't know when it's going to go on. How do you find out when the dates are going to happen? The best way to find out when the dates for the next Capcon will be announced will be on their FetLife group. I believe they do have a Instagram, though I'm not too sure how often they post on it. So the best way to find out is definitely FetLife, and check back. Be sure to follow whatever social media you're on. Follow a lot of the big, I guess, ABDL people and diaper girls and me, because a lot of times we'll tweet or post that the tickets are on sale and so forth, or that the dates are announced. So first you need to find out when the dates will be. Then you need to still follow them to see when they're going to sell the tickets. And you want to put that in your calendar, because it's all like a domino effect. You need to put that on your calendar and buy a ticket right away. If you're at work, try and schedule your break around it, or whatever. Just have that 5 minutes that you can go online on your phone or computer or whatever and buy that ticket, because you need to buy it as soon as it drops. I'm not kidding. As soon as it drops. You know why? Because then you need to get vetted. So they're going to ask you the questions for vetting when you buy the tickets. And I know a lot of people are concerned about what vetting means, what that's going to entail, how much background checks they're going to do on you. Don't worry. And a lot of people worried that they don't have a social media, how they're going to get vetted. It's all good. Just at one point, I didn't really have a social media presence. I think I did have a FetLife at the time, but it wasn't with diaperperv. It was someone else. And if you don't have a social media, it is all good and fine. They basically want to make sure that you are not an undercover reporter trying to do some crazy expose story on, Capcon and age play conventions in general. And they want to make sure that you are a normal, discreet person who can respect other people's privacy. That's it. So if you don't have a social media, they will ask you some questions on where you fall in the ABDL spectrum and a few other kind of telling questions to make sure that you are indeed in the community. Traditionally, it happens in March. Usually it's the end of March. The last one was the beginning of March, thank goodness, because it was right before the country shut down. It's also important that you buy the ticket right away because people will get vetted at different rates. And I mean, like, time wise. So I think it's easier for some people to get vetted if they've already been to a past Capcon, so then they can see, okay, yes, they have bought tickets here before, they were vetted in the past. Is everything fine with their socials? Are they not going to start trouble? Okay, good. I can't give you definitive answers because I am not a part of the vetting team. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's just, it boils down to safety, and they want to keep everybody as safe as possible. But people will get vetted at different time rates because like your name will go to someone on the vetting team, and there are several people on the vetting team, and they all have lives, they all have jobs and families and so forth, just like you and I. So they're volunteering to do this, so they will get to it when they get to it. So that's why it's important to buy your ticket right away so you can get in the queue for vetting. And it's important to get vetted quickly, because once you get vetted, then you'll get an email saying, hey, congrats, here's your ticket to Capcon. And in that email, it will have your hotel info for the host hotel and a link to book the room. So you are not going to know where the host hotel is beforehand. They don't give this information out publicly, which is good because it keeps everybody safe and it keeps the media away. And then at that point, when you get that ticket, you can book your hotel. And that is another huge concern and complaint that I've seen online, is that they buy their tickets the next day even, or a couple days after they were released, and then they've already missed the opportunity to book in the host hotel. And sometimes that sucks. I wouldn't really know because I've always stayed at the host hotel. Thank freaking goodness. If I couldn't get a room there, I would be really, really upset because that would kind of take away from the immersive experience. Another tip that I want to just throw out there is save up the money and put it aside for the hotel room. So you have the entire total lump sum all ready to go. Because I remember one year, not the last year, maybe even not the year before that, but you had to prepay for the entirety of the hotel room stay, of your stay. So just make sure you have that cash money or credit card ready for that expense if they need it all in one go. So what if you missed out? There are still ways you can stay at the host hotel, and the first one is sharing a room with someone else that is staying at the host hotel. So you already missed your chance, so start asking around. Ask all your ABDL friends, did you get a room there? Do you want a roommate? If you don't know anyone in the ABDL community or don't have any ABDL friends yet, then they're in the Capcon Fat Life group. There will be a pinned thread at the top for Capcon room shares. So whoever got a hotel room there can post, hey, I'm looking for roommates, or you can post yourself that you're looking for a room. If that isn't an option, there is still another way. You can apply to teach classes. And I remember I had already booked my hotel for 2020, and then I applied to teach classes, and they were approved. I was teaching a couple of classes, and then they had a block of hotel rooms at the host hotel for like presenters. Okay, you got your ticket, you're vetted, you got your hotel. Now, how to stay updated. So in the previous years, there was a sked.com app where you can just access the site, which had the full entire schedule. And that would be so helpful because you can see ahead of time what's going on, and not just classes, but all the community events that's going on, and you can put yourself on the schedule. Just a small caveat, if you've ever used the sked.com app for mainstream conventions, then you'll still have your mainstream name on there, so you might want to change that before you check out the Capcon schedule. Another good tip is to always check the FetLife Capcon group, because a lot of the room party events and other community type events will be posted in there. Or you can start your own. You can, I mean, if you like to play board games or Pokemon or whatever, then you can start your own little thing in your room. I don't know. There's so many possibilities. So a few quick tips I want to throw out there. I know that a lot of people are going by themselves and want to know how to really participate and involve themselves in the event and not just attend. There are so many ways. And not just teaching a class either. So one thing to do is volunteer your time. And that will also help you save on your ticket, because a lot of cons, if you volunteer X amount of hours, then they'll take off X amount of your ticket price. And if you do even more hours, then you can get a free ticket. And it'll also help you kind of meet people that are also volunteering, so you have other people to talk to and some point people, and also you'll meet a ton of people, whatever role you're volunteering. I think the funnest would probably be bag check in where the changing room area is, because you would meet everybody. You can also suggest a community event idea, like there are roundtables for whatever special interest you may have. You never know if there are others that enjoy this, or that are veterans, or enjoy knitting and crocheting. Just throw it out there when they're asking, when the community leaders are asking for ideas, and who knows, you may head your own roundtable or event. A good section of the schedule actually consists of community-led events, such as those, and meetups. A lot are services like face painting or sharing a skill. There was a Dungeons and Dragons thing going on. I don't know anything about D&D, so I don't know what goes on. There was a Magic the Gathering. There, if you enjoy other types of board games and kind of have a board game room. There was a Pokemon event if you have a special skill or knowledge, and then that would be a great time to share it, like magic, or if you're good at blowing up and making balloon animals, face painting, puppet making, maybe a cosplay group would be cool. Yeah, it is. Really, Capcon is a lot of community driven and led events by people like us who have knowledge and passions that they want to share with everyone. So it really is what you make of it, and how you want to participate and engage. So yeah, I hope Capcon happens soon. Maybe not the upcoming year, but hopefully the year after that. So I hope this gives you the tools and knowledge you need to prepare for when that day happens. And As for the other conventions, they really don't need as much preparation as Capcon. So, yeah, good luck and bye.